Hey everybody, in this video I want to help you solve this system of equations using substitution. So remember, a system of equations is where you have two equations and a curly bracket tying them together. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find an x number and a y number. We're trying to find one ordered pair that balances both equations. There's a lot of different ways to do that, but in this video we're going to do that by using substitution. Now remember, the word substitution actually means to take something out and put something back in. So anytime I know I'm doing substitution, I know I'm looking for an x equals and a y equals, or one of those. So if I look at my system, really nice here, I do see that I have a y equals. So that's where I'm going to start. And I like to kind of, in my brain, I'm kind of thinking that means that y is this stuff right here. Now, the reason that that's important is that's going to set up our substitution. So as I'm looking at this bottom equation down here, because this said y is, I'm going to find the letter y down here, not the letter x. And I'm going to take out this y, and I'm using parentheses, you'll see why in just a second, but I'm going to take out that y and put all this stuff in its place. So if I rewrite that bottom equation, but I don't write the letter y, so in other words, I write negative 10x minus 4. Now I'm not going to write the letter y, but I will put 2x plus 8 in parentheses, and then we're going to have equals negative 32. Now this kind of looks a little overwhelming. Good thing we've been practicing solving equations a lot recently, but basically I need to simplify all of this stuff on the left-hand side. First thing we need to do is distribute. But you want to be really careful. I know I want to distribute this 4, but it's actually a negative 4 that I need to distribute. So I will usually say, make sure you change that to say plus a negative so you don't forget that it's a negative 4 that you're supposed to be distributing into this. So that's going to be negative 10x plus negative 8x plus negative 32 equals negative 32. Now, I'm noticing that we actually have two x's here, but they're on the same side of the equation. So we've got an x here and an x here. And because they're on the same side of the equation, we're just going to combine like terms. That's going to be negative 18x. And instead of writing plus negative 32, I'm just going to go ahead and write minus 32. They mean the same thing. And that equals negative 32, or I'm running out of space. All right, let's figure out what's happening to x. X is being multiplied by negative 18 and subtracted by 32, which means to get x by itself, we need to start by adding 32 to both sides. I know this isn't, I didn't plan that very well, did I? But we're going to cancel this stuff out here, and we get negative 18x equals, and then negative 32 plus 32 is 0. Now, you have to be really careful here. A lot of times when students see the number 0, they instantly freeze or they think it's no solution or infinite solutions. That's not true. We haven't finished not doing our chores over here. Instead of multiplying by 18, I'm going to divide both sides by 18, or negative 18. And also be careful, check your calculator. 0 divided by negative 18 isn't undefined the way most people think. It's actually 0. So this is going to leave us with x equals 0. 0 is a real number. It has feelings, I promise. So we know the x number is going to be 0. Now, to find our y number, we're going to start all the way over back at the beginning. And I know that the x number is 0. So I'm going to choose either the top x or the bottom x and replace it with the number 0. I feel like if we do that with the top equation, it's going to be a lot easier. So on that top equation, I'm going to write y equals 2. Let's substitute a 0 in, plus 8. So 2 times 0 is 0, plus 8, which means that y needs to equal the number 8. And so that is your final answer right there, the ordered pair 0, 8. I hope that helps you as you're trying to solve your system of equations.